He obviously doesn't need to wear any other clothes, but a tie is a good look. If I were a kaiju, I'd be more inclined to wear a tie than I do right now. So, hi, this is Kaiju Noir. This is a upcoming visual novel written and developed by NB Kaiju. Hello, welcome. Yeah, this is Kaiju Noir. It is an upcoming visual novel written and developed by NB Kaiju. Character art is by Louis Abadias. I think I've got that right. I hope I have. The UI is by Time Patches and narrative direction assistance by Viscerobot. This is actually coming out fairly soon. The music you're hearing right now is not actually the music for the game. Evening. This is a placeholder music because the demo does not have music yet, but it will have music. Isn't it really cool artwork? These are two of the characters. I believe this one on the left is your detective character. And I believe this is... I don't know. I haven't played any of it yet, so I'm not sure. But we shall find out. I'm really excited because it's very unique character design, very unique idea. And I like seeing more kaiju characters as opposed to just explicitly furry characters, so it's a very cool aesthetic. And I think it'd be really well. And I would totally watch a dark noir series with a bunch of really neat kaiju. You can have all caps, that's fine. We like excitement. We like passion. Let me know how the sound balance is, by the way, if you can hear me okay, or if you need something more... Look at those horns. Oh, I really want horns. All purple. Purple horns especially are really cool. I like the aspect of the highlights of each character as well. That's a really nice idea. A little bit distinguished for each of them. As well as obviously the very unique designs between them anyway. Alright, let's get started. Oh, let's check out the content warnings first. Okay. So the demo contains swearing and non-violent drugging scene. Oh, that's it so far. Okay, I'm sure the full version may have more content warnings, potentially. Options, let's check. Text speed. I do not know what these means. Alright, let's start. Kaiju. From Japanese, strange creature, giant monster. The unknowable creatures that dwell beneath the surface of the world. Feared, hated, misunderstood. New Monstropolis. Alright. City of monsters, figuratively and literally. We giant beasts with dark hearts and darker souls trudge the streets of this stone world. This is cool already. It's been a decade since the war ended, and we kaiju choose to isolate ourselves in this place below the surface instead of coexisting with humans. I hear this is a fairly political story as well, so I'm sure it will be hopefully very anti-capitalist, I'm sure, or portray a lot of anti-capitalist sentiment. The human culture pervades, though, seeping through the cracks into every element of this underground existence. A life of tainted isolation or oblivion. Sometimes you have to make the difficult choices. Every day of your life. Carry. Every day another case. Every day another horror story from the City of Monsters. Carry. I have the light thing is right in the way of where the dialogue is, so it's unfortunate. That's what you're here for. Making a living on the fringe of society. Closing the book on the stories that will always end badly. Oh, my avatar is right in front of all the names. That's not very good. Maybe I should move. There we go. Detective Caribaras, you have a client. Startle from your daily indulgence of self-loathing. The office around you the same as it was 20 minutes ago. Was this the life you expected when you began your career as a private investigator? Does this office make you feel like one of the charismatic PIs? Okay, PIs from the movies you watch every week. Your assistant, Alixorus, is looking at you in the way he does every time he wakes you out of your daydreaming. What does he see when he looks at you? Take this opportunity to move that lamp because it is not in the way. Oh no, okay. Let me change the stream information, because I did not do that. That's not very good of me. Cool, that should be changed now. Yes, yeah. That's one of the bits of human culture that I guess pervaded into them. He obviously doesn't need to wear any other clothes, but a tie is a good look. If I were a kaiju, I'd be more inclined to wear a tie than I do right now. What does he see? A broken down kaiju who can't play well with others, the loner. One of those silver screen hard-boiled untouchables, an anti-hero. Someone with a license to sloop and no goals in life, a loser. That's tough. I don't want to be a loser. I'd rather be an anti-hero or a loner, I guess. Let's go with loner. Does it really matter? Well, yeah, it does. Because you actually give a damn what Alex thinks. Practically part of the same brood. Cracked your eggs together figuratively. You both went down your own ways on that, but were there through all the weirdness that followed. Like all the scars. He always has that grin on his face when he rouses you, so he probably still likes you. No doubt he would have thumped you with his cane if he didn't. Oh, he has a cane. Ooh, does that mean he's disabled? Look at those eyes. Look at that face. That's lovely. Those ears, too. What is it? Alex has worked with you since you started the agency a few years after the gates closed between the worlds. Oh, so, okay, right. Interesting. Lured by the prospect of reliable pay and lurid intrigue. In the years that followed, you'd failed to provide either on a regular basis. Oh dear. Part assistant and part taskmaster, he keeps the lights on, the tea strong, and your ego in check. Yes, nice. Our detective is a tea drinker. We appreciate that. Most of the time. Do you wish you could pay him more? Or at least on time? Oh, you wish you could pay him more, or at least on time. Not a lot of folks beating down his door to hire a disabled veteran with more brains than a Professor Sandwich. Are we open for cases, or are you going to spend all night daydreaming? I'm a little far off. Whoop. I do a lot of daydreaming. I know how that goes. I drink coffee as well. I drink a lot of coffee. I would like to subsist on tea, but coffee sometimes tastes too good because you can typically mix chocolate milk with that. I would be one of those people. I am one of those people, but I would also be that detective who drinks chocolate milk. What does the sign on the door say? Right now it says, keep your snout out of my business, fucker, but I'm pretty sure I can have that cleaned off by closing. Sounds like we're open then. Can I get a tea? We're out of tea. And the petty cash box is empty. We do have a client though. Ah. I will not drink the client. Fuck. Oh. His expression change. Not happy. You dig around in your pockets till you find some coins and hand them across the scarred desk. Scarred desk means it's probably had some fights or it's just old. 15 minutes post-stream. That's not the delay you've got, right? There's enough to get us through the week. Send in the client to get something to wake me up, please. Alex snatches the cash and walks back to the front room of the rented office. They come back a moment later with a nervous individual in tow. Oh, they're cool. You wish you could say the monster Alex gently ushers into the cramped office fills you with confidence of a lucrative job offer, but they don't. Bats with horns. We like bats with horns. I mean, sort of bat-like, maybe not, but yes, very good horns, very good ears. Change to stream information on my phone. Nervous, jittery. Trying not to take up a lot of space to look like someone you'd be lucky to get a day's work from. I love anthrobets. I really, really want to see more anthrobets. They make me happy. You never could tell, though. The city was full of surprises. They glance around the room, either looking to escape or for some telltale indication that they're in the right place. I do that a lot, too. Even if I know I'm in the right place, I worry I'm in the right place. You don't know what a private investigator's office is supposed to look like, but this probably isn't it. No, this is not Lucky's Tale. I'm sorry. I forgot to update the stream information. This is Kaiju Noir, which is this is a demo of Kaiju Noir, which is a visual novel. Please take a seat. They look nervously at the chair as if only just noticing it, and sits down. Their wings wrapping around their legs protectively. Thank you. There's a long pause in which you hear Alex quietly slip out the front door. Or we have awkward lack of conversation going on. You know, it often helps to start a conversation if we learn each other's names. I'm Caribaras. This is my office. It says so on the door, or it usually does. You can call me Detective. I'm Maxora, Detective. Miss Maxora. Cool. We like her already. That's a good start, Miss Maxora. Now, how can I be of assistance? No doubt you'd like to discuss a matter of some delicacy, otherwise you wouldn't be in my office. She looks up and you see the fractured ice of her eyes, cold, beautiful, and scared. I need help, Detective. Music to your pointed ears. Everyone has pointed ears. This is very cool. That I gathered from the fact you're sitting in front of me. How can I be of assistance? I'm not the usual first point of call for folks in trouble. There's a police station just down the road. She looks down again, her claws clicking against each other as she rolls her rings nervously. Oh, cool. I like that when we... it's a very cool thing when writers describe nervous habits and give away character in actions. That's what we tend to say, show, don't tell. You don't say the character was nervous. You show what they do in their, like, you know, their actions and stuff like that. Someone has some information about me that they shouldn't. Ooh. Things I can't have get out to my family. That's why I couldn't go to the police. Blackmail? She nods. And you can't just pay them off. Ooh. It's a bit of an ask. You can't just pay them off? Wow. Not without asking my family for money, Detective, and they would want to know what it's for. You nod back. Common enough story? One you've heard a dozen times before. No doubt an encounter with the wrong monster she doesn't want getting out. And can you tell me what they have on you? Something bad enough to get you in trouble with the family? She shakes her head vigorously, tears welling up in her eyes. Ooh. Oh no! I can't tell you that, Detective. I've done things that I'm ashamed of. And the less you know, the less danger you're in. Ah. You raise an eyebrow. An unusual addendum. The less I know, the harder it is for me to do my job, Miss Maxora, but I will respect your privacy. No extra charge. You scribble on your second last business card and slide it across the table. Ooh. Someone has to go to Vistaprint. Maybe it's Monsterprint, if it's Kaiju Land. This is my retainer. I charge by the day, not the case. First day in advance. There may be expenses, especially since I'm going in without a lot of information. She picks up the card, glances at it, and nods without hesitation. I can tell you where the message said to go and who to find. Is that enough to start you off? From the front room you hear Alex return. That's a good start. Can you show me the message? Might give me something more to go on. No, sorry. I don't have it with me. Fine. You can leave details with my assistant out front as well as a retainer. Anything you can tell me about them? About what they want? She stands, shaking her head and reaching for her bag. Blackmail demand only included a name and a place so that I could find them when I was ready to pay up. She leans across the desk The light glinting on her jewelry and the cold blue of her eyes. I would love to see her blue eyes. I'd love to see all these designs in full color, as well as black and white is a really nice aesthetic, and obviously it's very noir. But yeah, I would like this to be handled quietly, detective. It would mean a lot to me personally. You could just make all this go away. There's obviously more she isn't telling you, but you aren't being paid to pry into her reasons. I'll do my best, Miss Maxora, but I'm not a bodyguard or a hired thug. If you want someone disappeared, I'd recommend the police station down the road. I'm sure their rates are more than reasonable. Oh, police would probably do it for free if you show yourself to be of the right alignment. I'm sure you do just fine, detective. And please, call me Max. Hey, she's smiling. You were doomed from the start. Oh no. That's bad. Ooh. Chapter 1. I'll save it there. Return. Cool. Alex walks back to the room a few minutes later, mug in one hand and a slip of paper tucked behind an ear frill. Ooh. Look at that. I like those 2 pairs of glasses too. Well, she was quite the character. Did she pay? He puts the cup neatly on the desk. The liquid inside is black as a lagoon at midnight and smells like molasses. That's a tea. In cash. Yeah, this is not... I'm sorry, yeah. I may have to redo that link. In cash. Nice crisp new bills all tucked up neatly in the safe. By the bulge in her wallet, there's plenty more in there. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Thank you. This is Kaiju Noir. This is a kaiju-themed detective novel. Visual novel. This is just the demo. It's actually out. They're going to be putting out a release date in about 34 hours or so. About a day and a half. So not very long now to find out when it's available. And it will be pretty soon, so I hear. Can I get a new chair and claim it as a business expense? Mine is falling apart. Tempting. I wouldn't mind a new hat. Keep shredding them. With those horns, I can see why. Yeah, it's very cool. It's available. It will be available on itch.io. It will be, at least right now, the demo is pay what you want pricing. The demo is also available for free to try out. But it will be available in full soon, and will have its own soundtrack too. Lucky would not fit in this universe. I'm sure he would do his best to make friends, but he's not meant to be here. You have horns, Carrie. You aren't supposed to be wearing hats. Hey! Hats and horns are a really good combination. Hello, welcome. I know, but when was the last time you saw a detective movie without the PI wearing a hat? Exactly! Gotta fit the part. Yeah, I may well do. I'm always worried about streaming in the entirety of a visual novel because I know that I want people to experience it as they read it as well. So I always worry if I do the entire thing, whether that's going to be sort of spoilery and take away from the developers. I want them to be getting all the money that they can, so I will probably leave it a little bit before I stream the full one, but I do really like the look of it and I want it to be appreciated, especially niche stuff like this, which is ostensibly very monster themed and also queer and political and stuff like that. Anyway, where am I? Okay, good point, but I get my chair first. Deal. If we can get a few days out of this case, I'll not only get you a new chair, but pay you for the last 2 weeks. Whoa, we've been working for free. Alex shrugs and pulls the paper from his fin, handing it across. Do what you can, Carrie. We're in this together. Ah. They're cool. You deserve to get paid too. Heck yeah. I get my pension. Not entirely helpless without you. Seen how much they care about vets. Wouldn't trust a hatchling to survive on that pension. Ooh. I mean, if you're getting... I don't know if they're human-sized kaijus. I would assume so. Otherwise, that would be a lot of hat material. I get by. Anyway, here's the details on the messenger and hangout. Former is unknown to me, though the police might have something. Latter is a dive off the main strip, been there a few times. How are the drinks? Cheap and nearly lethal. Ooh. Pick up the slip of paper and scan Alex's meticulous lettering. The Last Gulp, Crag Lane, Laura Thrack. She really is playing this one close to the scales. I couldn't get anything out of her, not even a description. What the hell have you gotten us into? A case. Which is more than we had this morning, or yesterday, or last week. It does feel a bit like an oxymoron, but I'm here for it. Alex leans against the doorway and taps his cane uncertainly. Just don't go wasting all the money on the flicks and hats. Always carry a movie fan. Try not to laugh as you drink your tea. Okay, cool. So what's the plan? Go scope out the place? Check with the cops. I know Ruther's down at the station owes us a favour after last time. I do have Seribot is a mod in here, Flo, so you can use all the commands that Seribot has if anything happens. Ooh. What should we do? Go to Ruther's? See what the police are like? We don't really know anything else. But I worry I'd be jumping the gun to go down there immediately. Let's go check with Ruther's. Guess I should go check with Ruther's. If this Laura Threat character has any history, I'd rather know it before I can check him out. See if we can find out where they get their donuts from. The local place is terrible. Ooh. You're terrible. I think I might have... I can't remember if I put any other bot limitations on this. You love me. Let me send you the information real quickly. I think I saved them. Whoops. Are they in my Twitter folder?